Yes, I went dating in the dark.
Yes, tell us.
I met this one guy, actually, who I had a connection with. His name is Shane, and he was really nice. We had a lot of similarities. He likes cats, he focuses on school, he has a really good mindset, and he asked me out on a double date.
Are you excited about this?
Yeah. I've had bad experiences with dating, but I feel like with this guy, it's gonna be natural and very easygoing.
How did the transgender issue come up? I would assume that he knew that you were transgender.
So Pops went straight for it. He went straight to ask the obvious question of how did the trans issue come up? What happened with that? And what we're going to see in this clip is that Pops does not hold back. He asks all the questions that need to be asked.
And he's like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm still totally accepting.
Okay, you carefully studied the expression on his face when you told him that?
I mean, even as an example, look, he said, did you carefully study the expression of the person? You know, did they really mean what they're saying? I get the questions. I do. I definitely understand the questions.
I'm not really in favor of dating, but I've never expressed it to Jazz.
It's a shame because you can hear these people talking and they are petrified for Jazz to date. I mean, they are afraid. They're like, you know, I'm not really into the dating thing. It's not even, I'm not into the dating before going to college or dating before you're 21 or something like that. It's like, I'm not into the dating thing. And you have to think, these older people, I'm sure they believe in marriage at a young age. I would imagine, I don't want to assume, but they seem like a very traditional, okay, let me take that back. They just seem like they've been together for years, like they would be into that kind of thing. But when it comes to Jazz, it's like that person, you know, Jazz shouldn't even date at all. Wow. And that's the reality. That's a realistic thought. So I'm mad. Of course, I could never be mad at a parent for loving their child or a grandparent for loving their grandchild. I don't believe in saying that, oh, if a child comes to you this way, you need to shun them out and hate them. Like, no, that is insane. That's your family. That's your blood. You want to support these people as far as like, you know, how do we get here, asking these questions, but never refrain from loving them.
Hi, I'm born female, but I really don't feel female. But I'm afraid of the hormone situation.
I can't imagine how one could go through a transition without the appropriate hormones.
Yeah, I disagree with that. If it's not important to you, don't do it. Don't listen to my grandma.
Do you remember the episode clearly?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I think we should have some closure on that one, shouldn't we?
I'm kind of annoyed. I thought this was in the past. I didn't want to talk about it, but apparently he's still been thinking about it.
A lady asked a question.
He was really...
She was a she.
It was a female who transitioning to male, so therefore we should use male pronouns.
So now they're talking about this pronoun situation, and, you know, Pops is only asking the common sense question. Like, I mean, that was a girl. I was talking to a girl, and Jazz is continuously like, this whole thing gives a sense of entitlement. Like, that's just still your elders. That's your grandparents. He says, girl, leave it at that. You listen. Stop trying to educate somebody, okay? He sees a female. She's a female. That's it. So you have to think the person is a boy before they even start to make any steps to that kind of lifestyle. Furthermore, even if they did make any steps to that kind of lifestyle, it'd still be a female because you can't scientifically change your body or you can't change to the other sex, period. That's a false reality. That's a delusion. And we need to start reorienting people to that part of the reality.
She. Yeah, but I'm calling her a she because she looked like a she, but she was thinking of becoming a he.
It was very early for her.
Remember?
For her.
She was planning to become a he. Okay.
But this person who said this, they were being also selfish. You hear that, like, oh, I feel like a man, but I don't want to take the hormones. Yeah, because you're not stupid. And right now, you really just came up here to get some attention. That's it. A lot of it is all of it is borderline personality disorder mixed with a body dysmorphia. But now we're transitioning to where most of it is borderline personality disorder, where I've even seen a video of a woman who just cut her breast off. She just cut them off. And she said, because she's binary, she just doesn't want breasts, so she cut them off. Who are these doctors that are doing unethical removal of body parts for no reason?
I think that my grandpa really does try to understand situations like this, but he ends up shooting himself in the foot. And I don't think I want to argue with him anymore. It's not worth it. From now on, if he's right, then he's right, because otherwise, he's right.
Again, and he's, you know, she's like, oh, Jazz is like, oh, I'm going to say Grandpapa is right just because I'm just going to say he's right. No, he's right because he makes sense. He knows what he's saying. He's right. That's the end of the story. That was a girl. The girl doesn't even want to take pills because the girl's actually smart enough to know she would be wasting her time because she still would be a female with a bunch of problems. So she's still a girl. She's a woman. So he said the right thing. And we're not going to, remove common sense. The world should not have to bend in all of these different directions just so you can feel half normal. That's the dilemma. I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.